In this video, we'll learn how to show our work algebraically when solving basic two-step equations. So as I tried to demonstrate in class, an equation is like a balance or a scale, where the equal sign is that balance point, and the numbers on both sides of the scale must be equivalent. So if you have 10 plus 5 on one side, and you want to have a 7 on the other, then you must also have an 8, because then both sides would have a total of 15, making the scale or the equation balanced. So that equal sign literally means both sides are the same. Thinking about an equation as a scale allows us to do some creative things with it. So if we have some unknown amount on one side of the scale, and then we have 9 on the other side of the scale, and if it's an equation, that means it's balanced. That means the x must be 9. And if we add 3 on one side of the equation, in order to keep it balanced, we must add 3 on the other side. If we multiply one side of the equation by 2, then we have to multiply the other side of the equation by 2. And as long as we do the same thing to both sides, it's always still going to be true, and we can always undo those steps to get back to what x equals. So now we're going to do some examples where we look at basic two-step equations, the sort that you learned how to solve last year, and we are going to do the same thing to both sides of that equal sign. So start by copying down this problem, and this one we're just going to do together. I'm not going to ask you to pause on it. So start by copying down this problem, and then right through that equal sign, right underneath that equal sign, I want you to draw a dotted line. Actually, let's make that a long double line, sort of like a sideways equal sign. And so that's showing us where that balance point is. So whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we're going to have to do on the other side of the equal sign. So if we're trying to find out what x is, then we need to do some steps to get x alone, so that we can just see what it balances with when it's on its own on one side of the scale. So first we can take away the 3 over here, and when we do it on this side, we also need to do it over here. So now we're a little bit less complicated because we only have 4x on this side, and we have 24 over here. We took away 3 from both sides of the balance. So remember, what's going on here is that we have 4 unknowns and 3 ones on one side, and then we have 27 ones on the other. So when I take away 3 from both sides, I'm getting rid of these, and getting rid of 3 on the other side, leaving me with 24 on one side and 4x on the other. And so now what I need to do is I need to break up this part into 4, and then break this part up into 4 equal parts, and that'll show me how much each one is worth. So then I know one of these is equivalent to one of these. The way I show that on paper is by doing divide by 4 and divide by 4. So I get a single x equals 6, because 24 divided by 4 is 6. So my final answer is x equals 6. I can see that over here because one of the cups is equal to 6 units. All right, let's do it again. So I once again want to make sure you understand that although I know most of you can do these by working backwards, the whole point is that we're learning how to write them out using the algebraic method. So go ahead and pause now and see if you can write out the algebraic work for this. Not just find the answer, write out the algebraic steps just like we did on the last screen. Okay, let's do it. So start by drawing 2 long lines to show that equals, and then work backwards to get that x by itself. So you should start by doing a -2 on both sides. So you have 28 equals 7x, and then we're going to divide by 7 to get x equals 4. Now, to check your work on these, which is something you should always do, you use one of our new skills from this unit of evaluating. So you write the original problem, but you evaluate it for the answer you got. So instead of the x, you put in the 4. So since we had 30 equals 7x plus 2, we're going to do 30 equals 7 times 4 plus 2. We're going to follow order of operations. We're going to see if it comes out to be true. 30 does in fact equal 30. So it worked. We did it right. Okay, last example. Same thing. Solving algebraically, not in your head, algebraically. All right, let's solve it. Start by drawing that balance point down, and then we'll start by taking away 8 on both sides. So that'll give us 83 equals 10x. And we only want 1x, so we can see what each one is worth. So we divide by 10. And we get that x equals 8.3, because when we divide by 10, we just have to move the decimal place over a spot. So our final answer is x equals 8.3. We can have decimal or fraction answers on these. That's perfectly allowed. All right, now it's time for the problem set. Solve each one algebraically using the method I showed you in this video. Don't do backtracking unless you want to do it to sort your own brain out and figure out what you're doing, but you need to show your work algebraically.